Your brain made a decision about the person who wrote the book before you read a single sentence. Not a conscious decision, a neurological one. And once you understand why it happens, you'll understand why a book is the most powerful credibility signal available to any expert in any market. Here's what's actually happening. We are wired at the neurological level, not the rational one, to assign expertise to people who have organized knowledge in a permanent form. The book is the oldest version of that signal. Thousands of years of human conditioning have made us respond to it before we can think our way out of it. And if you're building a business on your expertise right now, this isn't academic. It's the difference between walking into a boardroom and having to prove you belong there and walking in and having that question already answered. Every expert who doesn't have a book is competing on credentials alone, trying to overcome a neurological filter with a resume. That's a hard fight. The people who understand how trust is actually built skip that fight entirely. I'm Camper Bull, and I'm the person behind Venture Gained. And I want to be clear about something before we go any further. I've helped market 23 books. I haven't written 23 books, I've marketed them. And what I've seen from the inside of those multiple book launches is how authority signal actually works in practice. Let me show you. I want to describe something that I've done in boardrooms more than once. You walk in, you sit down, you set up your materials on the table. Among them, you place a copy of your book. And I've watched people look up from their phones mid-sentence. I've watched skeptics shift their posture before even a word is said. Not because the book was open, not because anyone had read it, because it was sitting there on the table. The book didn't just yesterday appear. I didn't create a PowerPoint presentation last night. This information, this expertise, this thinking, it had to be organized, refined, published, made permanent. That's what the room reads from the presence of a book before anyone says anything. Now, some of what's in those books, you can find elsewhere. But I haven't taken 20 or 30 hours of scattering content, filtered it through my experience, organized it in a structure I believe in, and put it into a form that someone can consume in their own time, in their own space, in their own terms, that the act of curation itself is a credential. And here's the science underneath that. The published word triggers authority in human brain before a sentence is read. This is not rational response, it's a neurological one, and it operates below conscious thought. We've been conditioned across centuries of civilization to treat the written and the published word as a primary form of organized knowledge. The brain associates performance with credibility, and nothing signals performance like a bound, published book. So when that book sits on the table, the people in the room aren't consciously thinking this person must be credible. Their brain is doing it for them, automatically, immediately, and powerfully. You're making a credibility signal that already exists inside your expertise, visible in a format the human brain is most conditioned to trust. The second dimension of this is physical, and it matters more now than probably it ever has. So much of what we consume, how we present ourselves, how we prove our expertise, it's digital. It's LinkedIn profiles, it's websites, it's social media presence. All of this lives on screens and can disappear, be edited, be questioned. A book is tangible. It has weight, it has depth. You can hold it. You can hand it to someone. I think of this as the thumb theory. The moment someone holds a book, their thumb gauges its depth, consciously or not. And the physical weight registers as intellectual weight. In the world where everything is digital and nothing feels permanent, the book is the most powerful analog signal an expert can send. The third thing I want you to hear clearly is the book doesn't fabricate authority. It amplifies authority that already exists. Your expertise already earns trust, Every client who has worked with you, every talk that you deliver, every problem you solve. And that's real. The book takes the signal that already exists and amplifies it into the format that works in rooms you've never been in, with people who have never heard you. The book doesn't make you more of an expert. It makes your expertise legible to the exact people who need to see it. If you want to understand the specific credibility signals your book would send and map them to the opportunities you're trying to unlock, the credibility signal map is in the description and pinned to the comments. So here are 3 things to think about. 1, the brain trusts authors neurologically before rational thought. 2, the physical book signals performance in a digital world that has none. And 3, the book amplifies authority that already exists. It doesn't fabricate it. If the expertise is real, the book makes it visible in a format the market trusts most. When was the last time you picked up a book and immediately trusted the person more? Before you read a word? Tell me about it in the comments below. Next video is about platform staircase, the 7-platform model that replaces funnel thinking entirely. Watch it next. I look forward to talking to you soon.
Thanks for tuning into today's episode on The Strategy Session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Venture Gained.